Hey guys, Lady Lee here from ladyleeshome.com, and in this video we are going to make strawberry rhubarb jam. This is very exciting for me because this is my own rhubarb for the first time that I pick from my garden. And you know, it was in the fridge for a few days and I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, but decided on a jam. I actually never made that jam before, so I'm taking you on my first time here, which is completely exciting. The strawberries are from the store because unfortunately my strawberries in the garden are not doing very good, but rhubarb and strawberries ripen in the garden at the same time and are ready for harvest at the same time. So that, and they're both perennials, so they come back year after year, and they are really amazing two plants that I think every homesteader has to have in their garden. I'm going to use my regular jam making process here, and you know, if you're a homesteader or a gardener and you're bringing fruit from outside from the garden and the orchards, it does not come in like a specific 2-pound packages or whatever it is. So I ended up with a harvest of about 12 ounces of rhubarb, and I matched it with strawberries. And so I got 12 ounces of rhubarb and 12 ounces of strawberries, which makes 24 ounces of fruit. And I keep a ratio of 1 part fruit to 1/2 part sugar. So I got 12 ounces of sugar here. Now, since I'm using less sugar, so the traditional ratio is about 1-to-1, 1 part fruit, 1 part sugar. Since I'm cutting this in half and using just half of the amount of sugar, I cannot use store-bought pectin, which is just fine for me because we're going to add some lemon juice, and we're also going to add some lemon seeds. Lemon seeds are rich in natural pectin, and they will help us get the jam to that gel phase that make it a jam. The first thing that we're going to do is add the fruit to a pan, a deep pan, and I'm just adding all of it, and then I'm going to add the sugar. Now we're going to put it on the stovetop and bring it to a boil. Once it is boiling, I'm going to lower the heat just a little bit and let it gently boil for about 7 minutes or so. After the mixture was boiling for about 5 minutes, I'm lowering the heat to about medium low, somewhere there. Now every time you make jam with strawberries, there's a lot of foam. So I'm just gonna let it keep cooking for maybe 10 more minutes, and then I can take a spoon and just scoop some of this foam. Some of it disappears as you cook the jam, so I usually wait a little bit before I scoop some of it out. I've been cooking the jam for about 10 minutes, a little bit less, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty quick jam to make. A lot of times when you do a jam with strawberry, the strawberries have so much juice in them that it takes time for the jam to thicken. But I think in this case, the rhubarb is firm and doesn't have a lot of juices in it, so it kind of balances things out. At this point, it is soft, so I'm just gonna go in with the potato masher and just mush it a little bit to blend everything together. And once I'm happy with how it is, I will add the lemon and the lemon seeds. this is cooking just maybe 6 or 7 minutes more after I added the lemon juice, and it's already done. Now I kind of know how to recognize when a jam is reached the gel phase because I've done it so many times. But if you're new to jam making, then what you can do is just use a spoon, scoop a little bit of jam, and leave it on the kitchen counter for 5 minutes to cool, and then just bring it back and drop it back into the pot, and you'll be able to see how thick it is. So, but this is obviously ready, and what I'm gonna do now, oh, and by the way, I did not have to scoop any of the foam. I ended up not scooping anything. If you make jam with strawberries, don't hurry to scoop everything. Just wait a little bit and it usually goes away. I am going to put my water bath canner on the stove and bring the water to a boil, and I'm going to turn the heat off over here and just wait for the jars to be for the water to boil, and then we'll process it. The canner is almost ready, so I'm going to go ahead and pack the jars with jam. We are going to process this jam in the canner for about 10 minutes, and every time that you process jam for 10 minutes or more, there is no need to sanitize the jars. So I just washed them pretty good with warm water and soap, and did the same for the lids, and I'm leaving about half an inch of headspace here. Taking the bubble remover and removing any bubbles, air bubbles that get stuck in here, and then a paper towel, damp paper towel, cleaning the rim of the jar and closing it. And this one is ready for processing. I think I might probably, let's see, I'm thinking about 3 half pint jars I'm gonna get here probably, but let's see. So again, cleaning the rim, removing bubbles, and closing. And you can fish the lemon seeds out, or you can just leave them. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna get every last goodness here. I already tasted it and it is delicious. This is such an easy jam to make. It's delicious, you guys. Okay, I'm missing just a little bit in this jar, and I think that will do it. So exactly 3 half pints. Oh my God, it's so good. I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes for the water to really boil in here, and then I will put the jars on the rack and lower the rack in the water. I'm gonna process this jam for 10 minutes, and then turn the heat off and uncover the pot. I'm gonna let the jars sit down in the hot water for another 5 minutes or so, and then I'll use the jar lifters to put them over here on the counter on a kitchen towel or something like that, and then they just stay here undisturbed overnight to cool completely, and that is it. I hope you like this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure to let your jars cool all the way. Make sure to check by pressing on the center of the lid that they actually sealed, and if there's no movement over here when you press on the center of the lid, then it means that they're sealed. I usually take the band off before I put them on the shelf. This way it doesn't rust and it's not hard to open the jar a couple months down the road. Canned jam like that can last 12-18 months on the shelf. I don't think these are going to last nearly that long. So I really recommend this jam. It was super easy to make and super quick. And I am going to plant a whole lot of rhubarbs in my garden, I think. I know, actually. Also, one more thing, just make sure to adjust your processing time if you live above 1,000 feet in elevation. And the recipe and the notes for this video are below, so visit the description of the video below for the recipe. And that's it. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye.